friends, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Shannon. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today's video is going to be another monthly empty. So this is the products, or these are the products that I've used up over this month, and we're gonna talk about them, and I'm gonna let you know how I feel. So without further ado, we're gonna dive right in. All right, so the first things I have are these wipes that are from Ole Henriksen. As you can see, I picked these up at TJ Maxx. I paid $4.99. I don't know what these originally go for in Sephora. I think around $16, 16. Regardless, these were the last ones of the line that I hadn't tried. I tried the orange ones, which is the Truth line. I tried the green ones, and now the purple. So of the three, I can honestly say these were my least favorite. They weren't as saturated, I guess, as the others were. I also wasn't as crazy about the scent of these. It's a very sweet smell, and so I would say of the three, the Truth line was my favorite. I do have a backup of these, so I will have to kind of work through those in the future, but not something that I would repurchase. If I were going to repurchase, I would repurchase the orange ones. But anyways, they were just okay. Like I said, they weren't as saturated as I'd hoped, so I don't feel like they removed makeup as well as the other ones do in the Ole line. But overall, I will say I do love Ole Henriksen as a brand. I just wasn't super crazy about these, and these are the Nurture Me ones. So this, I think, is best for sensitive skin. They were the cloths themselves were very soft. It wasn't that. I just wasn't as crazy about them. I really love the orange ones because they have like little granules, and so kind of comparing those to these, you guys know what I'm saying? Like, they just weren't, to me, they're not worth the money that they probably are in the store. Anyways, I digress. All right, so next is this guy here. So this is called Sombra, and this is a warm therapy natural pain relieving gel. You guys, I have sciatica issues, and I've tried several different like icy hot and those types of things. I have never found anything quite like this. From what I gather, you can only pick this up online. I've never found it in stores. I was actually given this by my massage therapist a long time ago, and so anytime the body aches, Charles has even used it, and he swears by it also. We finally finished this off, but it's basically just like icy hot, but this really, it doesn't just like warm up in that area, it actually relieves pain. Like, this is pretty incredible. I would be very interested to pick up this like on my own. But if you're out there and you have issues with like muscle aches or anything like that, I would definitely say try this one out. This is the spelling on it if you want to screenshot it. It really is amazing. I don't think it's super expensive or anything like that, and there are different sizes that you can pick up, but I will say the 2-ounce jar lasted us for quite some time. So anyways, that's an amazing product. Highly recommend for that sort of purpose. I know it's kind of random, but I thought I would mention it. This guy here I got in gratis. So this is the Diva Curl Melt Into Moisture Matcha Butter Conditioning Mask. So this I was really disappointed with, you guys. I love hair masking. I hair mask about every other shampoo, so about every second wash or condition I will mask. So this I did not find to be like mask hydrating, if that makes sense. I kind of just found this to be like a traditional conditioner. I really don't feel like it did anything to sort of extra hydrate the hair. Not something that I would ever repurchase. So yeah, for that I would hard pass. It smelled okay. It smells really nice, actually. It's just a clean scent, not like overwhelming, but as far as like actually hydrating my hair, I don't feel like this did anything, to be honest. The last use, I actually ended up just pairing it with my normal conditioner because I just wanted to be done with it. So anyways, not something I would ever repurchase. All right, next up is the Smashbox Primer Water. I finished this off, which I think I talked about it in my last empties. I just kept this bottle around, and I'm gonna continue to keep this bottle around, but I did finish my Urban Decay All-Nighter. So there it is. I ended up having to pour what was left of my all-nighter into this bottle because I couldn't get it to spray out of here anymore. And I even like changed out a different nozzle and everything. So anyways, I finished an all-nighter. I love the all-nighter. I do really feel like it helps prolong makeup. I've even done, like when Urban Decay came out of the store, we did like this test and we put swatches on both arms, same swatches. One side we sprayed with all-nighter, one side we didn't. And I swear to God, you guys, by the end of the event, the swatches with the all-nighter were still perfect. There was no transfer onto my black jacket. And then the other side, they were gone. They were gone. They were all over my jacket, transferred everywhere. So not only do I feel like it helps prolong makeup, but I also know that this helps with transfer. So I love all-nighter. I've been a long-time fan of all-nighter. I think it's great. I just kind of needed to work through that one. It's the old packaging, so you guys know I just need it, you know, it expires, it goes bad, we need to work through our things. So I finished that off. This is one that I have from Glam Glow, another TJ Maxx find. This is the Youth Cleanse Daily Exfoliating Cleanser. So this was super weird, you guys, and I would never like pay full price for this. I think I paid like 14 bucks at TJ Maxx. So you get an incredible amount of product. How much is in here? It says 5 ounces. I guess that's not incredible, but this lasted me forever. It's very strange though. It comes out like a mud, and then basically once that gets wet, it kind of turns into like a lather. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like a green thick situation. So it does have little beads in it. I didn't find it, it says mud to foam. I didn't find it to be, super exfoliating. Like the beads are they were very more of like a microfoliant in my opinion. However, the way that this is designed, so something so thick like a mud coming out of this little teeny tiny hole, that was like, it was like a project. Every time I went to go use it, it would get clogged. I would have to clean out the opening, which is probably why it was at TJ Maxx. They were probably discontinuing it, or maybe they haven't. They just repackaged it. I'm not sure. Not something I would repurchase. It did last me for a long time, but it didn't really, I don't feel like it did much, if that makes sense. I know that Glam Glow is super duper pricey, and I feel like there are way better options for exfoliators out there other than something like that. Next up is a pair of lashes. These are the Eylure Vegas Nay Bronze Beauty. I mean, you can see these things are beat to death, you guys. I got probably 15 wears out of these, I would say, maybe even more. I've had them for quite a while. They held up amazing for super affordable lashes, and I am a firm believer that you really don't have to spend a ton of money on lashes in order to get nice quality lashes that are going to last you for several applications. I thought the style was really pretty. They were definitely dramatic, so if that's not a thing that you enjoy, I would say skip these. But overall, they looked really beautiful on. I got tons of wears out of them. I would repurchase them. I would be interested to try out the Grand Glamour ones because I do like really glamorous lashes. But yeah, I thought they were really nice. Really nice. I finished a Too Faced Hangover RX primer. I love this primer. This is definitely something that I want to repurchase once I get through some more of my primers. I would love to repurchase this. I do actually feel, oh, there's a little left. I do feel like this actually hydrates the skin. So there's primers out there that claim to be hydrating, and they really aren't hydrating as they are just luminous, if that makes sense. But every time I applied this, I really felt like it was like an added layer of hydration on top of my moisturizer. So if my skin was super dry, I could count on that to kind of add a little extra hydration. It just leaves the skin feeling super duper soft, super hydrated. It's a great base for your foundation. I really enjoyed it. This was the sample size and this lasted me for quite some time. So you get 0.68 fluid ounces in the sample. It's probably a better value to get the full size, but I think samples are great. If you want to just sort of, or the minis are great if you just want to try something out rather than invest in a full product. I think it's always best to purchase a mini, but now that I know I love it, it also smells really, really good. I would definitely recommend this, and I do want to repurchase. I went through another one of my Simple brand eye makeup removers. I love this eye makeup remover. It's pretty affordable. I don't find that it stings my eyes, and it is oil based. So basically you shake it up, pour it on a cotton pad, just kind of gently massage it onto your mascara, onto the eye area, and voila, all of that product is gone. It definitely takes off the makeup. It doesn't sting my eyes. I really enjoy this. I think this is like my third bottle that I've gone through, so definitely a repurchase. I finished up my Macadamia Ultra Rich Moisture Shampoo. You guys, I love this line. I don't need to spend a lot of time on it because you guys already know. I've talked about this specific hair care line several times on my channel already because it's just my all-time favorite. This is a shampoo that actually hydrates. So a lot of times when I shampoo my hair, once I rinse that shampoo out, my hair feels so incredibly dry. This makes me feel like, I won't say that I need a skip conditioner, but I feel like I could go in with a leave-in conditioner and be okay. So like I said, this is the ultra rich one. They have the nourishing line. They have a few different lines within the line. Really enjoyed this. Sad that it's gone. I am working through my leaders that I picked up. I did feature those in a haul a while back from TJ Maxx, the TJ Maxx haul. You can often find this line at TJ Maxx, but if you can't get it there, Ulta does carry it. It is a little bit spendy, but it is definitely worth the money. I would definitely recommend checking out TJ Maxx before purchasing it at Ulta because you can get it much cheaper there. But anyways, it's hit or miss. Sometimes I see it there, sometimes I don't. But this is incredible. Next up, I finished another one of my Bath & Body Works Sun Ripened Raspberry 24-Hour Moisture Ultra Shea Body Creams. So I talked about the Bath & Body Works line a few empties ago, I believe it was, and I basically said that I'm no longer going to be purchasing their body care. I love their hand soaps. I think they're absolutely great. They're very luxurious. I love the way that the whatever scent of the hand soap, it literally will linger for hours after I wash my hands, so I love that. But when it comes to like their lotions and things like that, I just don't find them to be as hydrating as I would like them to be. To me, this is really more about the scent, about the novelty, and the more that I learn about fragrance and skincare and so on and so forth, the more I realize that it's really more about the scent than anything. However, I will say that these two versions of their lotions are more hydrating than the actual little bottles that they have. So if you are going to pick up one of their lotions, I would definitely recommend the one that comes in the squeeze tube. I think I'm working on one now. I believe I have 2 more to get through, and then finally I can be done with this chapter of my life and move on to other things. So anyways, not a repurchase for me, but glad to have used it up. I did use up my Urban Decay Meltdown Makeup Remover. This is their cleansing oil stick. From what I gather, this is discontinued. I remember Ulta clearancing them out. They were super duper cheap. It was like a hot buy. And I went ahead and picked it up. It is so disgusting, you guys, but I literally finished this entirely. I actually really liked this, and I'm kind of sad that they aren't carrying it. I kind of wish I knew about this long before it went on sale. But what I loved about this is you literally like just rub it on, kind of massage it in, and literally it's a double cleanse type thing. So it would basically help break down most of the makeup before going in with my Clarisonic, and I really appreciate that. I just felt like my skin felt super clean, not at all stripped. And I just thought it did a great job. The only downfall for me personally, and maybe that's why they're discontinuing it, was this thing gets gross. I mean, it really does get gross. And there's something about like taking that same stick and rubbing it on your face every night. Like towards the end, I was kind of like, you know, but it did do an amazing job at removing my makeup. So I'm kind of hoping that they're gonna come out with that in maybe a different, like format. I don't know exactly what would be, maybe like a squeeze tube. I don't know if maybe they could like make that into a squeeze tube. That would be better, but it really was awesome and I'm super sad to see it go, but it did kind of get me started into double cleansing. All right, so this guy here, so glad to finish this. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. If you watch any of my lives, if you've been following along, you know I did not like this concealer. I don't know why everybody's raving about it. I didn't get it. Makeup is such a personal preference, but for me personally, I felt like this creased horribly under my eyes, worse than any other concealer I've ever tried, aside from maybe the IT Cosmetics Squeezy Tube one. That's like on this level. Definitely this wasn't as thick as that one is, but it just creased like that one does. So anyway, I digress. I also feel like you really don't get any product in here. It got to a point where I was literally only using this to clean up my brows, and I found that I had to pop the stopper very soon after like using this for the first time. Not a repurchase for me, not something I would ever recommend. I loathe this concealer. Next up is a sample. This is a fragrance sample. This is Marc Jacobs Daisy. I'm sure by now you guys are all familiar with this scent, but it's one of my absolute favorites. I did get this in gratis, and I've got a couple more back there, but I love this. It's fresh. It's not overwhelming. If I could like describe myself in a scent, it would be Marc Jacobs fragrances. I'm obsessed with all of his fragrances. I wish he would become cruelty-free. That would be great. But I do love his fragrances. I am currently working through my Ardell Mega Volumes. These are my all-time favorite lashes ever. I don't feel like these are great for like starters. I would say the Demi Wispies or the Salon Perfects are better for starters or beginners, but once you get past that beginner stage and you kind of get the hang of applying lashes, these are absolutely stunning. I actually prefer these over the Vegas Nay ones just for my particular eye shape. They're just beautiful, and they wear forever. I think they're like $5, you guys, and I can easily get at least 15 wears out of my Mega Volumes. This was a style 252. I believe they also have 254, both of which I really like and would highly recommend. I finished my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. This is probably the third or fourth tube of this that I've gone through. It's awesome. Like, I love this moisturizer. Even the this was the first time I'd ever used the plus version. Usually I had used the gel version, but even the plus version, I didn't find this to be too heavy on my skin. It sinks in really quickly, and it's pretty affordable for a high-end skin or a high-end prestige brand. So I really, really appreciate that as well. Just a couple things that I'm decluttering because they're old and I need to, not anything I would repurchase. So this is the e.l.f. lipstick in Bordeaux Beauty. It's just old, time to go. It was a pretty color. Not something I'd necessarily repurchase. This was I think this was a Jordana gloss. It's just gone bad. And these are two of these NYX glosses. They don't even make these anymore, you guys. I love these though. I finished this one off. I know it doesn't look like it, but it's pretty well gone. I loved these for topping lipsticks. They were really pigmented. I think I can get some out of this. They were really pigmented for a gloss, but they kind of had like a metallic thing going on, but it wasn't like a glitter metallic. It was almost like a gold shift that happened, and I just thought that these looked beautiful over lipstick, so I really enjoyed these two here. It's time for them to go. I finished up a L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. So there's a lot of hype around this mascara. It's nice, not something I would repurchase. It is very black, which is good, but so are many other mascaras. So I did like the wand, however. I kind of like this style of a mascara wand. I definitely prefer natural bristled wands over the rubber. And I also like the fact that this is not too fat, so I can kind of get in there and get all of my little teeny lashes. Because my lashes are really small. I don't have great lashes to begin with. So when I get those really big wands, it kind of just makes things look worse rather than better. So not one I would repurchase, but nonetheless, it was okay. A couple fragrances that I finished up. So this is the, I can't pronounce that, you guys. It's fancy French. This was nice. It was very clean, slightly floral. Probably not something that I would necessarily purchase in a full size, but it was nice. I get a lot of sample fragrances. This one, I will say, I really enjoyed. Yeah, this is like really nice. It's, I can't get any more. It's floral. I like florals, but I like the right kind. Like Marc Jacobs has my favorite fragrances. This is very similar. It's called Live Irresistible from Givenchy. I would consider purchasing this in full size. I'm sure it's astronomically expensive, so of course, you know, that might be like something I would ask for my birthday or something, but it really, really was nice. I thoroughly enjoyed using the sample. Sad that it's gone. This one, however, not so much. So this is called Aura by Mugler. This is atrocious. I do not like any of their fragrances. This is their newest one. It's like super duper sickening sweet. And then it has like a mint thing going on. I don't know. It's very strange. You guys will have to, like, when you go into Ulta, definitely give this a whiff. You'll know what I'm talking about, but not for me. What else do I got in here? I've got a couple lash adhesives. So the first one is my beloved Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. This is a forever repurchase for me. I don't think I'm ever gonna move on. Like, I just love this lash glue. It holds my lashes all day, even in this humidity down here. This is another one from Kiss. This is the Strip Lash Black Adhesive with Aloe. It looks like this. This one I wasn't as crazy about. I don't like the squeeze tube. I've found that I much prefer the brush tip applicator. That's just something that I've discovered like over time and the more I try on lashes. So for me personally, this is not a repurchase. This one is. I also prefer clear lash glues because, you know, if I don't want to wear a winged liner, I can always use my clear glue. I can't always use the black, you know what I mean? Also, if you mess up with the black lash glue, you can see it. I finished up this little sample of the Goof Proof brow pencil. This was nice. This is from Benefit. It was nice. I used it in my little makeup bag, like that I just carry with me to kind of touch up if I had any spaces in my brows, like midway through the day. It was nice. I don't know if I would necessarily purchase it in full size just because there's drugstore options that I like just as much. So I say save money where you can. This is the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. This is just a sample that I have. I don't really feel like this did anything, you guys. I know this is super duper expensive in full size. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I would indulge in the full size. You know what I mean? This is the Vita Liberata 10-Minute Tan. This I loved. I would definitely love to have the full size. I think it's great. However, I also think my Ulta Beauty tanner is great, and it's $9.99. This is like 40 bucks. It says you can rinse after 10 minutes. I didn't find that you could rinse this after 10 minutes. I feel like you still have to keep this on for the same amount of time that you would have to keep on any other self-tanner to make yourself look nice and bronze. So for me personally, I don't know about that whole claim, but it really was a really pretty tan. It wasn't too orange or anything like that. So I did enjoy this little sample. I used it all up, and yeah. I finished up a Dove body bar. This is my all-time favorite thing to use to shave my legs. These are so, like, they just lather, and to me, for a bar soap, it doesn't strip my skin. So if I'm gonna use bar soap, I prefer these ones from Dove, the original, just the simple original Dove bar. I think that's pretty much, oh, I got a couple things left. Okay, this was atrocious, you guys. Ooh, this was so bad. It smells like, I don't know why these higher end prestige lines have to fragrance. This is so heavily scented, you guys, that I did not, like, it made me uncomfortable to put this on my skin. But I figured, you know, I had it and I got this as like, I don't know, a gift with purchase or something. I figured I would go ahead and give it a go. It's a makeup remover lotion. It's called Take It Away from Estee Lauder. It was so strange. I would put it on and it had like a lotion consistency, but when I would go to remove it, I had to use some form of towel. It was kind of like coconut oil, but like really scented coconut oil. It was the strangest thing, you guys. I do not recommend it. I felt like it stripped my skin, and obviously the amount of fragrance in here, like I said, it made me uncomfortable putting it on my skin. If you have sensitive skin, I would definitely not recommend. Pass. And then the last thing is this guy from Jack Black. This is the Performance Remedy Turbo Wash Energizing Cleanser for Hair and Body. This is a men's prestige hair, body care, beard. They have all kinds of stuff for men. But so Charles used this and he like fell in love with it. So I got this in gratis. I figure this is a great thing for me to give or to gift him. Just I think it's like 23 bucks for the big tube. He loved this. It smells very like eucalyptus, very refreshing and invigorating. It's very clean. It's very energizing. It definitely has that sort of minty thing going on. He, like I said, he really loved it. He told me that he really loved it, and he would like to have it in full size. So I figured I would share that with you ladies in case you want to pamper your man. That's what it looks like. It's called the Turbo Wash. They also have a exfoliator and a men's like face lotion. So he's currently working on those. They're not finished yet, so they're not technically empties, but I'm sure you'll see them next month. And that is it, my friends. Those are my empties. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions or you want to know more about any of these specific products, just ask down below. I'd be more than happy to answer for you. And of course, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, click the notification bell. You know the drill. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a long one. The empties usually are. I try to like breeze through it, but it doesn't matter. It just seems to always be 30 minutes. So anyways, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.